Welcome to a brand new episode of Girl, Geek, and a Gay, the show that still can't figure out how to mic a woman.
How to what?
Mic.
Oh.
Because Stephanie's volume's always very low.
Yeah.
He's talking shit about you, by the way.
It's because I'm away from the mic half of the time.
No worries. It's not that
I don't like it in my face.
Wow.
We're just very loud.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the loudest. I don't mean to be. I just am.
You're a little excitable.
Yeah.
So, how you guys doing today?
Good.
It's warming up right now. I don't know why. Is it just me? Am I just hot?
It was because you just came from being Professor Hyman.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That coat thing. Wait, you're not supposed to... Spoilers.
I mean, what?
Or past spoilers.
All right, so Stephanie, you've been catching up on more Marvel, right?
Yes.
More MCU?
Yep.
We left off at Endgame, so we got to the end of Infinity War and everybody's dust.
You don't have to say it like that. But yes.
All right, so now we will start off in Endgame, which starts off with Tony Stark on his way back to Earth, and he is dying.
With Nebula.
With Nebula.
And he sends off that message with his helmet, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah. He was recording a message for Pepper. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pepper. I did like her in Endgame, though.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so crazy to see how skinny he was. How long was he out there for?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Like, he was...
Well, it takes... They do a time jump, so it's 5 years later.
Right.
But I don't know how long it took him to get back.
Yeah, they found him within like probably months, I think. And then they did the time skip to 5 years later.
Well, yeah,
like
because
21
then he had the kid.
Yeah.
like 21 days or something like that. It was something. I don't know. I just know he was out there for a very long time.
Yeah, it was a while.
How'd he get back?
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Captain Marvel found
That's
him.
right.
Yeah.
She found them.
Yeah.
There's a point in time she cut her hair.
Yes.
Why?
Because
Well, the original Captain Marvel has short hair. Like,
Gotcha.
yeah, she's like a buzz cut with like, yeah, that. So I think that's what they were going for.
Got it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
I don't think it worked either.
No.
I don't think it worked. Yeah. Yeah. I think that if they would have made it look more like the comic book, it would have looked better.
Mm-hmm.
But this one was more of like, it was short, but not
very
like.
Karen-y.
Yeah. Yeah. It was short, but not like the comic book style. I'll try to show you the comic book style. I personally like that one a lot better. Marvel.
Yeah, so while he looks, we get back to Earth. And Tony just kind of like he's so mad. Like, yeah, but one of the first things he says is, I lost a kid.
Yeah.
With Pepper. Like he is so hurt over the death of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awful. And you could just only imagine how he felt because he couldn't do anything to stop it.
And it happened in his arms too.
Yeah.
Like he's just holding him.
And then he just falls and just dust. And I'm like, my heart, I don't know how it would be just with anybody that I'm close to. Like just losing someone is just it's
yeah.
go ahead.
Oh no, I'm trying to think. If you have anything.
The whole movie made me cry pretty much. And I'm trying not to get teary-eyed, but Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is actually how the movie starts.
Yeah.
It starts with Hawkeye with his family, and all of a sudden, like, everyone's gone.
They're gone. I don't know. Again, no.
Aww.
It's so sad. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Because it's like he's talking to them, and then out of nowhere, they just go quiet, and he's like, what happened? And you just see the dust when he's looking for his daughter, and you're just like,
everyone
he didn't
knows
even
what happened
know.
except him. Like, he has no idea what just happened.
Right.
And he loses it. He becomes the Ronin, and he goes around just killing everybody.
Yep. I would do the same.
But like, wasn't his anger kind of like in the wrong place though? Like he was killing. Why was he killing ultimately? Like who was he killing even?
Gangsters.
Mostly bad guys, I believe.
But and it's almost like he blamed them though. Didn't it kind of
No, he's just mad.
That's how he's grieving.
That's why, what's her name? Black Widow tells him this is not the right way.
Yeah.
Got it. I can't find a good picture of Captain Marvel the way I was picturing the haircut, but
Yeah, it was
Black
Yeah.
Widow.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah.
Natasha.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. It's great scene. Jeremy Renner is just great.
Yeah.
He's great overall. We have Tony getting back, and then we do the time jump, right?
I believe so, yeah.
And we have Captain America at the support group,
Yes.
right? And they're talking about, like, the guy's like, oh, I went on a date for the first time. And he's like, oh, we both cried. Like, everybody's still dealing with this loss.
Yeah.
You know, you just had so many people that just gone just like that.
Yeah.
That emotion right there kind of just like, I'm going to go back to 9/11 because that really impacted, I mean, everybody pretty much to
Yeah,
me.
that's true.
Well, mostly United States, but
Right.
around the time, I know I was in high school and just knowing people who were lost because I knew people in New York and luckily the people I knew weren't hurt, but they actually witnessed it and to hear their trauma from it. And then I just felt that emotion from them. That's
Yeah.
what the vibe I was getting
Yeah. Yeah.
because they lost people.
Yeah. And it was like such a dark time for
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Well, and then we get the magic rat that that saves Scott.
Scott Lang,
Like,
Ant-Man.
The
Oh,
rat runs
the
over the keyboard.
In the storage. I was like,
Yeah.
the rat. I was like, what are you? I'm like, you're not talking about Rocket.
Well, okay, so we talked about this before, Jose. Apparently, it's not that far fetched that something like that can actually happen. There was, I like watching game theories or even like film theories. I don't know if you ever heard the channel on YouTube. So there's this guy who comes up with theories for video games or movies. And he actually explained that the possibility of the rat actually pressing the button, it was a pretty high possibility of it happening, you know? In fact, it took too long for it to have happened. He said that it should have happened sooner, if anything,
Right.
just because of the quantity, like the amount of times that rats move through a certain territory and how often they cover certain spaces. So it's
Right.
not too off, although he refuses
It's pretty
to believe.
far-fetched.
No, watch that. Did you watch that theory?
I did.
Okay.
Like, are
I
all the
just
windows
refuse
down
it.
on this van?
Maybe. Well, but like rats can crawl through other spaces in vans, right? Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know.
Like, how are they going to get in from the outside?
Vents. I don't know. Yeah, right.
To chew their way in.
Yeah, they could chew their way in through stuff or through vents, like they're plastic. You know, there's a bunch of them. I mean, it explained it in theory, bro. It's a real thing.
So you have Scott Lang comes out and he's been in the quantum realm for 5 years.
Right.
He says that to him it only felt like 5 hours, which makes sense because Paul Rudd just doesn't fucking age anyway.
Right. That made me panic because all I could think about is his daughter.
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
what all he could think about.
Yeah.
Because he's like, where did everybody go? And then he's
Yeah.
seeing the wall and he's freaking out. And all I could think about was, oh my gosh, don't see her name. Don't see her name.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name for the life of me at the
Penny?
moment.
No, that's your daughter.
My daughter.
I'm like the reason I said that was because oh, you're like relating it to your daughter. Now I don't know her. It's Cassie Lang. Yes. Oh, Penny. So I feel you.
Yeah.
I see what you would feel that scene a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
No worries. But yeah, I was like, I started crying when she opened the door. And I was like, yes, she's alive.
Oh, yeah.
But then I'm like, it never said anything about Ava.
Oh,
Did she
Ghost.
survive? Because
Ghost.
they were supposed to bring back the quantum energy for her.
Oh.
You know what? You're right. I mean, it might get explained in the Thunderbolts.
I like spoilers. I like spoilers. Yeah. That's it. I wonder how they'll tie that in. Yeah, that's a good point.
So he goes to Avengers Towers, Avengers compound, I guess. And he starts theorizing, well, what if we can enter the quantum realm at one point and exit it into another?
Right.
And that's when they decide to try time travel. Go back and take out Thanos. Oh, they kill Thanos in the first.
Oh yeah.
A lot happens in the first 20 minutes of
Right.
this movie.
Yeah.
I'm so mad but it was kind of funny at the same time
Yeah.
that he's just living life like,
Yeah.
I'm in my peaceful world, just
Yeah.
cooking, trying to figure out where he got clothes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. He was such a different, like I guess his goal was accomplished at this way. I
Yeah.
think he was just waiting to die too. He knew he was going to die, right? Did
Yeah.
he say that at a point? I feel like he might have said that, but yeah. Yeah.
Because like he's got his arm is in a sling as well. Because he used the stones to destroy the
stones. And he almost died from that.
Now that I think about it, like, did half of his creatures get like eliminated as well?
They would have, yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
But at the point you're talking about, like when everybody,
Dusted?
when all the creatures come back, like when you see his entire army, that's all the army from the past.
No, I was thinking about like the previous movie. Like we didn't see any of those creatures dust, but I don't remember actually even thinking to look.
Yeah, at that point, I think they were all gone. Like you don't see any of them on screen. Period.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I was just asking.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
That's another thing. Like, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I'll remember it.
Okay. We see all of the Avengers dealing with the trauma, and we see Thor, the way he's dealing with it. Like, dude, let himself go a little bit.
He can let himself go all he want.
Down for.
No thanks.
He's playing video games.
Drinking.
Yeah, he's drinking, but also like I think it's definitely to Hemsworth acting ability because you see how broken he looks.
Yeah.
When, like whenever he's just trying to hold himself together.
Yeah.
And it is one of the best scenes I think when he goes back to Asgard
Yeah.
and he's talking to his mom, and it's so heartbreaking because like he's trying like. He knows that he's not allowed to tell her like what's about to happen. He knows that she is about to die.
Right.
And he's sitting there just trying to have a conversation, and she's just like doing her best to be a mom and make him feel better.
Yeah.
You know, great scene.
Yeah, but I think she kind of knows though too that obviously something something crazy is gonna happen.
Yeah,
She
and-
implies it too. Yeah.
When she tells him, she's like, what's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Yeah.
That, again, I always wish I can just go back in time to talk to my mother. So that had me crying. And I was just like, ugh, if only.
Yeah.
And then for Rocket to just be like, hey, it already happened. You can't change the past. You know, just he was just trying to get him to like move on
Right. Yeah.
in his own little raccoon way.
Yeah, the best way he knew how to too. Yeah. It shows a lot of personality from Rocket, like in that movie for sure. I get you.
Yeah, and again, it was great. So we have Thor dealing with his mom who's about to pass away, and then on the other end we have Tony dealing with his dad.
That's right.
No?
I don't remember.
They go back to the first Avengers movie to grab the stone, but they lose it, and that's when Loki steals it, and
He took the
he
Tesseract
takes himself out of the timeline. Basically.
Oh, and then he jumps back further to go like,
get the what is it? The
blue one?
The prim
particles.
Pim
Pim
particles.
Oh,
Pim
Pim particles.
particles.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's when he runs into his dad.
His dad, yeah, they have that whole conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember now.
Again, great scene.
Yeah.
And of course, Steve just notices Peggy.
Yeah. And he ended up in her office.
Oh.
Yeah.
And like just, again, like these actors for anybody to be like, this is not cinema.
Yeah.
It's like you're missing all of the emotion that just some of these actors
Yeah.
are able to convey.
Yeah.
Like the look on his face when he's just seeing her. And again, he can't interact with her.
Right.
He's not able to just go in and be like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Such a great scene.
Agent Carter. Oh, I love that character so much. She's so great. Yeah. What were some like your favorite parts of the movie?
For Endgame?
Well, yeah, Endgame. Like, what was like just in general what was your favorite parts?
The whole thing was sad.
It was sad.
It's really good, but
All right, can I?
yeah.
All right, so one of my favorite parts is, of course, the fight at the end with Thanos, and when he's got Stormbreaker and he's like about to impale Thor with it, and you just see that hammer move, and all of a sudden, like the hammer just hits Thanos in the back of the head. It comes back and it's Captain America holding it.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like just such a great scene.
Yeah. I laughed. Okay. maybe it's more significant like in the comic book, but I thought, I was like, I didn't expect him. I don't know why I didn't expect when that happened. I didn't expect them. I did laugh, but it was a really great scene for sure. Like it was really
Everybody
impactful.
cheered.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I got mine now.
Okay, go.
All the women
Yes.
came together.
Yeah.
And that's when I appreciated Pepper. Yeah. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And
Rescue. Yes.
I literally, my daughter was playing on her tablet. I turned her tablet off. I was like,
Yeah.
look at these strong women coming together.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
And see, this is what I have to say. Like, that's why scenes like that are important, right? Because a lot of people do devalue scenes like that too, right? Mind you, Mantis needs to calm down. You know, what was she gonna do? You know? No, I'm just joking around. But you know, like a lot of the scene was like that scene was great. You know, I like that they do stuff like that. But I you know. And it gets devalued in certain situations,
right?
But see, it has impact, right? And you can show your daughter, hey, like, look, this is what strong women can do,
right?
Too, right?
Because she's so focused on princesses at this time. But I was just like, you don't have to be a princess to impact the world or anything.
Yeah,
It was like, look at this. I'm like, look at Natasha. She's not a super being.
Right.
She's just very skilled.
Right.
I'm like, she's human.
Right.
Look at how powerful she is. You know, like you don't have to have superpowers. You don't have
She's
to be.
She's kicking ass, yeah. And of course, it's a little exaggerated because it's a comic book movie, right? But at the same time, it makes sense. It makes that impact. You know, I get you. That's a cool scene.
They did a similar scene in Infinity War with Black Widow and the Dora Milaje. No, that part didn't stick out.
It stuck out to me.
No, but
I'm trying to remember the movie.
They're in Wakanda.
And Scarlet Witch. When Scarlet Witch comes out and destroys the thing, and the Dora Milaje is like, why was she up there this whole time?
Yeah. I know we watched the movie. My favorite scene, I have to say, is always going to be the one where what's his name? Captain America is defeated. Like he's still trying, right? Like he's
the
still
broken shield.
Yeah, his shield is broken. He's like, damn, I gotta keep going. Like, there's no other option, right?
He's standing against the full army by himself.
Exactly.
Everyone is down.
Exactly, and
like
he's just
Tony's down.
Right.
Thor is down.
Right. He's by himself and with his broken shield. And then all you hear is that, he starts hearing Falcon.
Sam.
Yeah, Sam in his ear, right? And he's like, what? You know,
He's like, didn't he say on your left?
And then that's when he comes out of the portal and he's just like crying. Like that emotion, oh my God.
Yeah.
Everybody, and then you're just like,
That made me
I'm
cry.
getting emotional right now
cry.
thinking
I'm
about
like,
it because it's such a great, like, you're just like, you know, obviously Chadwick Boseman and Shuri and Okoye?
Yeah.
Okoye, they come out of that, right? And you're just like, fuck. You know, like, thank freaking God, right? At that point, right?
Peter Parker, it's been 5 years.
Yeah, Falcon, like all of them are just coming out of like these portals, you know, and they're just like, oh my God, yeah. Just when you feel like everything is like, damn, that's it, you know. Obviously, it wasn't gonna be it, but that scene, oh my God, that's such a crazy scene.
Like when I first saw that, I was definitely trying like so hard to hold it in, and then he does the Avengers assemble, and I was like, yes.
I'm pretty sure.
waiting for that.
I'm pretty sure I lost it. I'm losing it right now. So I'm pretty sure I lost it, but it was that's such a great scene. I don't care what anybody says about Endgame. It's such a great fucking movie. Like it was just so impactful. But yeah, stupid Bill Maher. Fuck him.
Yeah, it is such a good movie overall. Like, I remember seeing people who were like, well, that movie kind of sucked because I didn't understand what anything was happening. Well, did you watch the 21 other movies that preceded it? No.
Yeah.
Then shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Exactly.
And this is why it obviously it takes time when you haven't seen all the rest of the 21 other movies, right? But if you were keeping up, like this was like, and even catching up, right? It's like, yeah, like this is what ultimately like we wanted to see, right? We wanted to see
everybody
come together, you know, somehow, you know, against all odds, they still were able to kind of, you know, push through and that, oh my God, that scene was just so perfect. Like such a perfect scene. That's where we get that other scene that you were talking about. It's just, oh my God, such a great movie. Yeah. Such a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what else was there. I'm just trying to figure out how Nebula was connected to her
former self.
Yeah.
they were on the same
Network is what they
network.
called it.
Yeah. Because she's like essentially a computer.
Right.
So they were crossing wires. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we get the.
That's how they get tipped off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we get that scene of Peter Quill doing the dance still from the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he
and
gets knocked
then
out.
War Machine just knocking him out.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a trip to and then to somehow tie it together, right? Because it was crazy trying to figure out, the network situation. Yeah.
I like how Gamora's like, him? She's like, is that or the raccoon or the rabbit? They call him a rabbit,
Yeah, they
right?
call him-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also when they're trying to retrieve the Soul Stone between Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Yeah.
There was a thing about that scene with Black Widow and Hawkeye because at some point the writers wanted to change it and have Hawkeye be the one that sacrifices himself, but Scarlett Johansson was like, no, like give me that scene, like I want to be like give me that, and yeah, like that's what they stuck with, like Natasha.
Yeah. Well, Clint had his whole family, like not to like,
No, yeah, I get it. Single people don't matter.
had nothing to do with that. This is therapy, bro. We got to talk about
It's like,
this.
no, you have no kids, you have no family. Fuck it, you could die.
I retract my statement. My bad.
Why are you gay?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't because I don't think it would have made as much sense as it made for.
I agree.
For Black Widow.
Definitely
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, but like just those whole like Soul Stones deaths were kind of just so like to me they just didn't. They didn't even feel real because like for example Gamora right comes back from the past.
Technically,
Yeah, she comes back from the past in Endgame.
Right.
And then I don't know. I just like why Black Widow? At the end of the day, like I don't know who else they could have killed at the end of the day.
Isn't
though,
that
so.
why? Like, didn't she leave Marvel?
well, no,
Or Disney?
that was the, and afterwards it was a lawsuit, but
Yeah,
that
she
was
had-
still after the Black Widow movie.
Yeah, she had like she gets the Black Widow movie. Did you see the Black Widow movie?
I did in
Okay.
Phase 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was so weird. Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
where it belonged technically in the time in the space of the time. Blah blah blah.
Well, yeah. Well said.
Totally.
But yeah, I just thought that's how they were killing her off. But I don't know. It felt like it was more meaningful for her to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not that she didn't have family, because during Black Widow, that's when she found her sister, and right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she wasn't alone.
Yeah.
It's just, I think she felt like he had more to lose.
Was that her real sister?
No,
No.
Oh, okay.
they just grew up together.
Yeah. 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 It just it made the most sense with her, for her to die, but I just didn't like the Soul Stones. Like I guess
The
like
sacrifice?
that's the only way you do it is just sacrifice somebody, like yeah.
Yeah. So moving on, we find out what we during the battle is when Tony asked Doctor Strange, like, is this it? Or is this the one we win? And he's just like, if I tell you, it won't happen.
Right.
There was there's that scene where Doctor Strange holds up the finger, like showing like showing, this is the one. I remember having misconstrued that scene because to me, what I saw was that was the one. Like that was our one chance and we just missed it. Because like his hand is shaking, but of course it's shaking because that's his.
Right.
Yeah, and for Tony to defy the odds and to do what he did, I thought that's what it meant. Like, but the directors have come out and been like, no, like that was us. That was him telling him like this is our chance.
Right.
And yeah, like Tony takes those stones and we get that "I am Iron Man" line,
Oh, so
which
great.
is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was something that actually like he wrote in, like because he was supposed to get a speech or something, But with Thanos going, I am inevitable. You get him an I am Iron Man. And what's it sound like, Jaime?
I can do it with my right finger. That's all I need for the Infinity Stones. Thank you. Right hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Thanos, when he's just defeated, like he just sits down
Yeah.
and just accepts it.
So that's what the point I wanted to bring up. With the Infinity Stones, do you have to have a mindset for it to work? Because all of the villains died, not half of the universe.
Yeah, no, because
You mean when Tony snapped? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, yeah.
yeah, and yeah, it is like you.
It's your wish.
Gotcha.
Basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry.
No, yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So Thanos wanted. Does my microphone sound weird? I don't mean
No.
Okay. So Thanos wanted half the everything to
Half of
disappear,
life.
half of life to disappear. Tony wanted all of Thanos' army to be gone.
Right.
So yeah.
Because like when they had Hulk snap, they tell him like, just remember, bring everybody to this point. Don't change anything else.
Yeah.
So that's you're basically making a wish.
Yeah. It's like your specific wish. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get that scene where Tony's just burnt up, like half of him is just burnt up.
Yeah.
And Pepper comes in and just gives him permission to die.
Yeah.
And it is just so well done.
Oh.
It's just like, hey, it's okay. Like you can go. Like you can rest. Like it's done.
Yeah.
Such a sad way to go at the same time. But I mean,
Yeah,
it was really impactful.
yeah,
Like it was,
especially because it takes it back to the first Avengers when him and Cap are fighting, and Cap tells him like, you're not the guy that to lay on the barbed wire to help your partners pass. Because you're not the guy to do the sacrifice, you know? And like right here, like he just does the ultimate sacrifice and takes out the entire Thanos' army
and himself.
and himself in the process.
Yeah. Crazy.
So well done.
Well, now we're
Yeah.
depressed, so thanks, guys.
Well,
We've cried.
Yeah.
and then so the funeral scene at the end, Tom Holland was told it was a wedding because he's notorious for spoiling shit. So he mentioned like he's like, oh, they told me it was a wedding.
Was he there?
Yes.
Oh. I'm gonna watch it again.
There was this thing on TikTok that it was before I even watched, before I even
Got into Marvel.
yeah, where they said that if you watch it on regular TV, when it's Pepper and them on the couch, you see two gentlemen behind them, but they cut off their like the scene doesn't show their heads. But if you were in theaters or had like the big screens or whatever, you will see who was actually behind Pepper and them, and they said that it was more impactful to see who was behind them and not thinking it was just the bodyguards.
Who was it? I'm trying to remember who it was.
I don't remember.
I don't remember now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Like, wait, who was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, but I love the shot where it shows everybody in the rows. There were some people I'm like, who the hell are you? I don't
Yeah.
remember you at all.
One
But
of the one I didn't recognize turned out to be the kid from Iron Man 3.
what kid?
Remember
The kid.
that
yeah.
saved Tony when he was having his panic attacks? Yeah. He's in that final scene.
Okay, so maybe that's who I was thinking. I was like, who are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
With
I
the
felt-
haircut?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Same way.
he looks older too,
Yeah.
so you're just like some random.
But I
who's
forgot
that
like
guy?
5 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What happened to Gamora? And how come she's not affecting the timeline?
Well, she just walked away.
Right.
And well, no, they would have explained it already in Loki because they said the Avengers were supposed to go back in time and change it. Like this is part of the timeline. So I guess them going back in time and bringing Gamora into the future was part of the timeline.
Got it.
But you find out what happened to her in Guardians 3.
It technically becomes a whole nother timeline, though. It became a whole nother timeline because they destroyed Thanos' army from the
It should,
past.
yeah.
Wow.
It should become a well again like well that past point would have become another timeline. You're right.
Yeah. So then it would never have happened then.
I don't know, man.
Whoa.
There was something else I wanted to mention before we moved on, but I don't remember what it is.
You have notes. What was that?
Me.
Was that you?
Yeah, I was gonna say speaking of, but he was still
go ahead.
talking.
Oh.
So still on that scene where they were
I felt that in my soul, by the way. That's why I'm still like trying to control myself. Sorry.
so when they go up to where it's Happy and the little girl.
That's actually what I would mention.
Oh.
I started crying when he was like, "What would you like?" And she said cheeseburgers. I was like, he loves cheeseburgers.
Aw.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
And then the after credit scene, all you hear is the clanking of the armor. Like when Tony made his armor. It's like
Cool.
So good. Just Endgame was the perfect.
It was great. It was great.
And then Steve.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Steve going and putting the stones back and just not coming back.
Yeah.
And then Falcon just sees him. Just sitting there.
Old
Man.
looking like Joe Biden.
He does.
Yeah. I didn't like Sam's beard in that scene.
No, me neither.
I don't know why they had to give him a beard like that. It was so weird and so random. But I still think about that beard to this day. Because it was like lined up like only like here.
And then to a mustache. And then this was open, right?
I don't remember now. No. You're like he had this, he had no hair. No, he had like a full beard, but it was like it wasn't like a proper beard line. I'm not saying mine is the right beard line, but it kind of was just along his cheeks, like just along his cheekbone in a really weird way. I don't know. I know. I noticed it and it just drove me crazy.
I didn't even look at him, to be honest. So I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't even remember.
Yeah.
So he can age.
Who?
Yes. He just
Sam?
ages slower.
Gotcha. No, Steve.
Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he does have.
I don't
Hair
think that's.
there.
I don't think that's the
Yeah,
beard.
because that's
though.
the scene.
Is it? They changed that because it looks better right there.
It does look better there, but no, because I know exactly what you mean.
It was ugly.
See,
Oh yeah, look, he looks weird right there.
I don't even remember there being any hair there.
It makes his face look really tiny, like small. Look, you see it?
Yeah.
It's like he has like a shrunken head almost. It's like right here.
Looks like a
Yeah.
little dinosaur.
I don't know why. Like I noticed it, and I was just like, they just no, fix it.
No, but yeah, so that
Random.
scene, he hands over the shield, and that's when he sees the ring. He's like, "You want to talk about her?" No, I don't think I will.
Right.
Oh.
And
And then it ends with them dancing.
with him getting his dance,
Oh,
He got his dance.
yeah. The writers of Endgame wrote Captain America 1, 2, and 3.
wow.
So
I'm glad it explained it at the end, but I had no idea that it was a sitcom kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not a fan of sitcoms. So I was like, is this going to be throughout the whole show?
Yeah. So we got a text message from Stephanie. What was it that your text message said? Just so that, like, because we weren't recording.
I said, what did I say? WandaVision and then
Yeah.
an eye roll.
Oh yeah, okay.
And it was
Yeah.
premature
Yeah, okay.
because I was only on the second episode when
No
I sent
worries.
it. So
Yeah.
I mean, well, at that point there were 20-minute episodes, I think, like 22-minute episodes.
were
Something
they?
like that. Yeah, in the beginning it was shorter too. Yeah. So I mean, so you were rolling your eyes because the black and white too.
Well, it started off with a parody of the Dick Van Dyke Show, I believe.
Yeah.
And then
something
we
like
got
that.
I Love Lucy. And
Yeah. Yeah. It was just, I wasn't expecting that
Yeah.
because I had no idea what it was about, to be honest. I didn't read about it or anything like that. I just was like, oh, next on the list, WandaVision. So I started it and then I was like confused because I was like, I thought Vision was dead. So then I was just like, well, maybe this was before Endgame. But then they were like referring back to the past. And I was just
Yeah.
like, I was really confused.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, another Marvel theory or whatever. But yeah, it was just that whole dinner scene was so obnoxious with that guy, like the
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah. And unsettling
Yeah.
as well.
It just made me feel cringy.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
another Iron Man 3 for me. So I was just like, let me just push through.
Yeah.
So then the second episode, that's when
More
I
of the
texted you
same.
guys. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
Like-
and it was the general feel like in the beginning. And I think because I had a feeling already what was going on, like based on, what I heard from the comic books and my spoiler vision, ask him, this shit's real. Dude, we were watching Ted Lasso again finally. And I was like, oh, this is this, and this is this, and this is it. He's like, shut up. Have you seen this already? I was like, no, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, what about the dead part? Like, what did you think?
I mean, it's not over till it's over. I'm just
It is over.
We still have 20 minutes left to watch.
Yeah.
Oh.
So. But yeah, anyway, so a lot of people did. I mean, it was generally the feel because it was black and white, so a lot of people weren't a fan of that. And then just the vibe of the first few episodes were like definitely mixed emotions from it.
Right. And then for me, it made me hate Vision more because he just seemed dumb.
Yeah.
Like more, I don't mean to sound bad, but more human.
How dare he?
Yeah.
Right. So I was just like, it made no sense to me.
Yeah.
And then with the whole magician thing,
Oh, yeah.
with him swallowing the gum, I was just like, why is it making him seem like he's drunk rather than like miswired or I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how long till you started getting interested? And what did it for you?
The last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that sounds right.
I can't even remember the other ones.
That sounds about right. Well, we had Monica Rambeau infiltrating the set, I guess. And when she starts kind of like figuring it out, like Wanda pushes her out.
Right. That's when everything started taking a turn for me because I was just like,
yeah, I think that's around when we transitioned from these 20-minute episodes to these 45-minute episodes.
Right. So I was getting confused, like, where was this helicopter coming from? This little drone thing. And then
the man with the bees.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell? I'm so
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
And then the radio where it's like, Wanda, what's happening to you? I was like, who the hell's talking to her? Like, what's going on?
Very lost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In hindsight.
I've never seen it.
No, okay, sorry.
But
Good show for about 4 seasons.
Yeah. Then it just drops off.
The last 2 seasons weren't great.
Yeah. Got crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
the smoke thing would have gotten me like more confused.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. Nothing gets explained. So
Got
so
it.
you're fine.
Cool beans. I just
Yeah.
know I don't want to win lottery tickets.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Agnes was like annoying.
Yeah.
But she's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But then I liked how it started transitioning to different decades of
Yeah, 'cause
TV shows.
we got to the Malcolm in the Middle one. The last one I think was Modern Family.
Yeah.
And Agnes ends up like being really funny, really great character. And she's actually the breakout star kind of the series too, because she's gonna have her own series soon as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she's actually Agatha.
Yeah, yeah, and I love that personally. That I think again we all kind of had a feling that she was more than what she was portraying at first, But I love that introduction of that character and the way that she was like she was with her the whole time, pretending to be her friend, kind of manipulating the situation. It was such a great character, like Agatha, and I loved it. Like I love that character so much. I can't wait to see more of her too.
One of my favorite lines in the show was when Vision, I think he's talking to her, when he says, "What is grief but love persevering?" So that's such a great line.
Yeah, so depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a thought. And it just went away.
No worries.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for the most part, like I said, it kind of just, I was just trying to push through because I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so slow. I don't get it. I don't understand. But when finally Monica was coming in and then you just see everything breaking through and then everyone started to talk back to Wanda, like, is that okay? And I'm like, wait, is she the villain in this? Like, I didn't realize that was her reality that she created.
Yeah.
And to find out that these people were pretty much being hostages, but she's not realizing she did that.
Yeah.
But then I think Agnes had a part in that too, right?
She was kind of manipulating her too, because I think she knew of her powers, right? And then she was trying to gain her powers out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's the one that calls her the Scarlet Witch.
Yes. Yeah. Does it? Wait, she learns that she's the Scarlet Witch in that one too, right? Okay. Yeah. You saw the whole series, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think she learned from the beginning when she got the powers or when she volunteered for Hydra, because it shows.
Well, okay, so she knew she had powers, but she didn't know she was the Scarlet Witch.
No, I think she knew. I just didn't think she knew how to work her powers, because obviously she didn't have a coven or anything like that.
Oh. Huh.
At least that's the point of view I got.
Oh, okay,
because
maybe.
she even says, I'm not going to quote it. I don't know how to quote it word for word because I don't remember. I just recently watched it, but and it was like 4 a.m. So she pretty much was like, you don't need to tell me who I am. I know who I am.
Yeah. We get the first look at her really cool comic, not a comic accurate outfit, but
her superhero outfit. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember, I think Joss Whedon, when he did Avengers, he's like, we're not gonna give you an outfit, and she just had the jacket basically.
Yeah.
But during the Halloween episode, she gets a comic accurate outfit as well as Vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And her brother, Quicksilver, who plays Quicksilver in the X-Men universe, and that's what everybody was thinking. Like, we're
gonna get introduced to X-Men. Yeah.
And then no. And then everybody was like, oh, Mephisto's part of this. And then no.
A lot of people were saying that. I do remember that. Like they were trying to imply that it was tied into Mephisto somehow.
Who's basically the devil in the MCU.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of theories going around about that. But also this series took place during like the pandemic, right? Like around when the pandemic started. So kind of I don't know if you noticed, like the episodes kind of drop off in a weird way. Like the whole thing with, what's her name? Darcy? Is that her name? She kind of just disappears at one
vanished,
point. Yeah, like what the heck? How did they just lose her? You know, like I was so sad because I like that character.
Yeah, they were like, she didn't want to stick around, so she
left. She's just like, bye.
Yeah.
But Jimmy Woo is in it, and
so good.
I love Randall Park.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
He's just fantastic.
Yeah.
So this ends with her leaving Agatha in
Westville.
in that character, like trapped as a character.
Right.
And she goes away. Vision has a fight with another Vision.
The White Vision.
Yeah, and he basically he's like, you have all my memories. Like, you are me, basically. So I guess it's a way to bring back Vision, which we still haven't seen.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
He just flies away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else about this one?
Or what did you?
Oh, the kids.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's kind of a big part.
It was like the whole story.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't. It made me cry. How can you just
give it up at that point? Yeah.
I'm like, it wouldn't be me.
Yeah.
I would just surround that bubble around that house and call it a day and never leave.
Yeah.
Because she had her vision and she had her children. Instead of, making a bubble around the whole city, just do it around the house. Do it around the lot that he bought for you. That's what I would do.
Yeah, and it makes sense, except it was in her imagination though the whole time, basically is what it was, so they didn't exist. Vision didn't exist. So if anything, she kind of is causing herself harm, right? In that situation, it's because she's creating a fake world for herself, and I get it. I do get it, like her connection with Vision and everything that could have happened. But yeah, reality had to set in at a certain point, sadly.
Yeah. And then that's when I realized she loved sitcoms. And that's why it explained the beginning. And I was like, oh. Yeah. I'm like, if only you would have introduced that.
Yeah.
Instead of going right into it, it threw me off.
Yeah.
I was so confused. But to learn about her history was just very heartbreaking.
Yeah.
She's been through a lot.
Yeah. She lost her brother. She lost her family. And she lost, these fake kids she created. She lost Vision in real life too. So she's been
to lose everyone all over again.
Yeah.
But the ending threw me off where it's like, Mom, help me.
Yeah.
And you just see the Scarlet Witch doing her reading and stuff. And then, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she got a hold of the Darkhold
Yeah.
and hold.
Not the dark hole.
That's another movie.
Got it.
That's another Scarlet
Don't
Witch
Google
movie I
it.
rented.
Stop. Yeah.
Yeah, so at the end we see her reading and we hear the voice of the kids. And I guess you're gonna have to get there when you get there.
Yes.
Like,
Well.
they're not going to do, obviously not WandaVision, but would they do something with the Scarlet Witch? Because I thought she was no longer wanting to be I forget, something Olsen.
Yeah.
The actual actress.
Elizabeth Olsen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I read that she doesn't want to do it anymore.
Well, there is
more to the story.
There's more to the story. Thank you. Yes,
I
that's
got
a great way to put it. Yeah. So there's a great way to put it. Even though it ends here, right? You still get the kids' voices and stuff like that. Stuff happens. So
Got it.
That's explained.
Yeah. So what do you think? What didn't you really like about, I guess, WandaVision?
It was just that whole, like, it threw me off being a sitcom.
Yeah.
But then after realizing why it was like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I ended up
Making more
appreciating
sense.
the show
Cool.
better.
And what was like your favorite part of it? This is an interview.
My favorite part, I really liked the pregnancy scene where it just
Oh, she just kept growing.
kept growing,
Yeah.
then the powers, and
Yeah.
then I think that's when she discovers Monica because
Yeah.
she mentions Ultron. So that's another thing that threw me off too. I was like, so it is after. So I was like, why is Vision alive? So then he's starting to like realize everything.
Right.
Oh,
right,
he
right.
wakes up one of the people at his job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you find out that they're feeling her pain.
Right. Oh, shit.
But yeah, no, the pregnancy scene was funny.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if only if it was that comical
Yeah.
to give birth.
Yeah. I really like that we got Monica Rambeau in this, and I can't wait to see, the next step of her as well. Monica Rambeau, she just seems so cool. I can't wait to
November
see her.
10th.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I don't remember who she is.
She's a little girl. Which you would have been a little girl when you saw her. It's Miss
Marvel, right?
Yeah. She's
the daughter.
the daughter of the other pilot.
Gotcha.
Whose name I can't remember right now.
It was Rambo.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But she
Yeah.
was the friend.
She was a little
friend.
girl who was outside playing with her mom, whom she thought, and then when she walks in, like she realizes she's with a scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured, but I just wasn't sure. So I didn't want to make assumptions. So, yeah. I mean, I could have just read it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna get more of her in the Marvels movie. So yeah.
And she's going to space, right?
Yeah.
Because they said she was grounded, but then the scroll came and was like, they want to meet you,
Oh,
or
yeah.
somebody wants to meet
Something
her.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got.
Does she get her power? Does she keep her powers?
She she got powers in this, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's when she becomes Photon.
Yeah. Photon. Yeah. Yeah. More gets explained too. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you're gonna finish up Loki, and we'll talk about that next time.
Yep.
Yay.
All right.
Yay.
Do you guys have anything else to add up?
I'm good.
Stephanie.
I'm good.
All right, sweet. Have a week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.